Well, hey, Sag. Happy Saturday, happy weekend, and welcome to Spiritual Saturday, where I pretty much just do one reading on Saturday. And the love readings I did yesterday were so pretty intense. So I thought, let's rejuvenate our spirit, right? And this is just a reading where you can check in with where you're at and where you're going. And then we're going to do some spirit guide messages, a message your spirit guides might want you to know. Hopefully you're listening. I wanted to touch a little bit on, I get some ideas for discussion from comments. So I appreciate y'all. But someone had said that they noticed that readings were resonating with them more lately. And here's the thing I want to say about that, because I'm not just a reader, I'm a watcher. I definitely am. I watch tarot for different reasons, and I tend to get something different from every reader I watch. But I will tell you something that I've noticed, and that is that the more you tune into specific readings, I believe that you create a cord. And, it's all about energetic cords. We have them with everyone in our life. That's literally anyone you share energy with, or intimacy or what have you. And so, if you wonder why you resonate more with some readers than not, then that could be the case. And I'm not saying that to get more views, y'all. I'm just saying that the more that you don't make it a random exercise, the more you will get out of specific readers and the readings. Because understand, we're reading for a collective, and that's a big audience, right? And so, because one thing I have found as a reader, even like when I'm doing personal readings, the more readings I do for a person, the more I feel like our energy is connected. And that being said, when you watch readers, don't just watch for the answer that you want. Try out different readers and really pay attention to how you feel during the reading, how your energy responds to the reader's energy, because that's really important. Because sometimes for me, it's not about the messages, it's about how I feel during the reading. I know that sounds crazy, right? But some readers, I only watch a handful. I don't just click on whatever appears in my feed. I'm very particular, actually. So I thought that, and I know that not many readers even do this, but I will share with you the readers that I like. And of course, everyone knows I like Scorched Earth. I talk about her a lot. Scorched Earth, Sassy Scorpion Tarot. I find them very therapeutic on the spiritual level. They're because some readers are about particular things happening, and then there's some that really connect to your spirit. It almost feels like therapy, right? And I like Blunt Sagittarius because I love her personality, and I love her love readings. I watch love readings to feel love. I don't, I may not necessarily have that going on in my life, but I like to be reminded of love. I like to feel love. I tend to not watch the ones that are a little too much on the drama side, which I know is a popular theme these days on YouTube. I don't need to, know about who's doing me wrong. But I also like, there's one that just recently I started watching him, and that's JDS Tarot, I believe it's called. I really like his energy. And so that's something that you should really pay attention to, because we actually do, energy is everywhere, and we connect with energy. And so likewise, the reader will connect with yours. And so, we're not all going through the same thing. No, we're not. And there's a big difference between collective readings and personal readings. So, yeah. So I'm so grateful you're here, as always. I love this little crew. So, Sagittarius, I have to say that the energy is absolutely beautiful. You're so much in your element right now. And Sagittarius's element, I'm not going to argue with anyone about it. Because I feel like people get the ninth house a little twisted. You know, we rule the ninth house, which is expansion and discovery and learning through experiences. And, you know, it's not just, it's more than spiritual. You know, we don't rule spirituality, honestly, but we are all about discovering things and, you know, learning more and expanding our vision. And I see this in here. I see it, Sag. So that would say to me that all this stuff we've seen about the past and everything will be working its way out if you've been working it out. You understand what I'm saying? But I think that even if you are resonating with past energies at this point, which could mean, you know, still holding out hope for people and stuff, that's okay. But you're still in this mode of discovering new things, you know, and we feel good like that, Sag. We do, and that's why I always suggest for Sagittarius, take a course, go out and do something you haven't done before. We actually thrive on that energy. We do. The mundane is where we just feel this need to escape. Definitely. And you know what I've noticed? Like, I'm not like calling anybody out or nothing. How many Sagittarians connect with Pisces? And if you're curious about that, I believe it's because we share Jupiter. So we see a lot of similarities with Pisces, but of course we're also way different. And, you know, in an evolved sort of situation, there's a good ability for Pisces and Sagittarius to help each other, right? But both deeply spiritual. Scorpio too. But okay, let's get on. Let's get on with the getting on. So what's rising is blessings are showering your life. But what I'm seeing here has so much to do with travel and discovering new things. Practically almost every card. You know, especially like if you are, it is the way. Okay, so whatever it is you have to do to expand your horizons, it's the way. If it's traveling or going someplace new or doing, you have to do something that you wouldn't normally do. Okay, and you know that can look small, Sag, but blessings are coming in and vast vistas is here. Expand your horizons. So that's about learning new things, expanding your mind. It can be traveling for sure. And this is really going to bring in some wishes, specifically for those who have been wishing for new stuff, new beginnings, just life to be different, not so mundane. You're going to feel that, you know, because expect the wonders to emerge is where you're going. I feel like you're returning to a sense of wonder. You're returning to the explorer, Sagittarius, and you may have the opportunity to travel coming up. And even if you don't, like travel can look like so different. Like maybe you just hop a train or a bus and go someplace you haven't been before. Go on day trips. You'd be surprised what it would do for your spirit. On the bottom is faraway places and breaking trail. I am really feeling like a lot of y'all might be traveling. I'm keeping it real, you know, but this is about your path too, Sag, and this is about new things coming in. This is about things you've asked for coming in, And it's really kind of tied to being in this state of discovery, trying new things. You have to actually push intention behind, we can't just say we want new things. Okay, we have to take action on it. And the way to bring in, especially if you want new miracles in your life and new beginnings and new things, you have to plant the seed. You have to do something a little different. And your dream message here is exactly that: plant seeds of intention and divine drunkenness. I feel like you are going to start doing things that you feel drawn to doing, okay? And I'm sorry, the drunkenness part's got me twisted. And because the signs for these are, you could see, you in your dreams, you could see gardens or seeds, and divine drunkenness, you could, see yourself drunk or see drunk people in your dreams. And this is about setting intentions and small actions towards new dreams. And it's also about, there's a lot here about leaving behind a past version of yourself. Yeah. So that was the energy of the Leo full moon with Aquarius. There's a lot about that. And that could involve mourning for sure, but you're definitely leaving things behind and stepping into a new version of yourself. And if you start seeing these things, you're going to see. And so like in terms of intention, that can really sit in doing things according to who you want to be in this next cycle. Everyone asks about the next cycle, but you have to actually do things to bring it in too, and you have to see yourself as that person. Like, for instance, I've been doing that. I've been asking myself, what would a successful businesswoman do? What would they do every day? How would they dress? What would they think? How would they look? And I swear to you, it has changed things. It has set me more in this manifesting mode. So I feel like you are going to be doing that, or Spirit's telling you you need to do it. Maybe they're sending you signs about that, So it's not really totally about what you want. It's also about who you want to be, and it all falls in line, I tell you what. So what's rising is, oh my God, Sag. This is so Sagittarius, let me just say. See the beauty, learn to find the beauty in everything. See the world for all its aspects. That's what's rising for you. Seeing the beauty, appreciating all the little things, wow. And, what you're doing right is you're really, now this says home needs TLC. It could be that you are spending time on your home, but intuitively, I feel like you are finding home within yourself. It's one of the things that Sagittarius struggles with. We struggle with a sense of home, a sense of belonging, finding our tribe, so to speak. It's why that we tend to be or spend so much time alone, because we just feel misunderstood, right? But you're learning to, and it's also why we're always searching. You ever notice we're always searching for that place, but I feel like you're finding it within yourself. I really do. And that is beautiful. Of course it is. And so, what you still could work on is releasing. You've been working on letting go of past things. And part of that, I feel like also is past things about yourself, and that's why we've had the people falling off and such. Sagittarius has been really doing a lot in terms of finding their voice. We're not making things okay for people anymore. We're moving out of people pleasing. We've been doing that. And so you are, you know, it's like you're leaving a past you behind because past life connection is reversed. And this has to do with self doubt. It could be that, in the past, there were things that really cast, and really made you question your judgment, perhaps, but you're not moving in doubt anymore. You're definitely not. I feel like this could have really involved leaving past people behind because these are past life connections. I feel like any of the people in your life that made you feel doubt yourself, bye bye. That's what I feel. That's what I feel the clearing's been about. And, they're asking you to change a bad habit, which is something I recently have been changing my diet because I have stomach issues, and it is starting to make a difference, so think about what bad habits could you work on. Wow, that's so beautiful, Sag. That is absolutely beautiful. So I feel like we Sagittarians are taking this energy seriously. Taking the opportunity that Aquarius is providing for us. Yeah, so let's get started with your spirit messages. So, Sag, there's a real, enough is enough energy here. And I don't know if your spirit guides are frustrated with you. I'm just kidding. Of course, they never are. But they're really asking. So what this is about is the Ten of Swords and the Seven of Wands. I just kind of feel like they feel like there is a real need for boundaries in your life and for protecting yourself, for standing in your truth, right? But the Seven of Wands is really this energy. I feel like it's even telling you that not speaking your truth may be hurting your health. And not having appropriate boundaries as well. Like, I feel like they're saying to you, like, Sag, haven't you had enough? Haven't you had enough? Isn't it time to draw the line in the sand? Because I don't, this definitely has to do with, them also letting you know that perhaps, not having boundaries is hurting you. And there's a guarded energy in the Seven of Wands. Now, it is a call for us to stand in our truth, speak our truth, and seriously, like letting people know when they hurt you, But I really feel like they're telling you you may be hurting yourself. So it's kind of like, when you get betrayed, that's when you set the boundary. Or when you're, devastated by pain, that's when you come out fighting. But if the boundaries had already been there, it wouldn't be necessary, right? This is about protecting yourself. But protecting yourself doesn't mean building walls that people can't get through. That's the difference. Wowza. Wowza. Their message to you is the Knight of Swords and the world. It's time to get moving. It's time to go after what you want. And give no quarter, Sag. You know, it's time to really focus on, first of all, what you want. And the Knight of Swords also is speaking as well. You know, it's, the time in which maybe you kept silent to save other people's feelings or didn't speak your piece is over. Is over because, it's hurting you. It's hurting you, and really not just that, but the Knight of Swords also speaks his truth. He talks about what he wants. He talks about and he goes after what he wants. And this is going to be brand new to you. It's going to bring new beginnings to you. And that's how they want you to speak. Like, don't speak about your pain. Basically, what's done is done. What you learned was, or what you should have learned, is that you should have had is to make sure your boundaries are reinforced. I'm not saying you don't have boundaries, but to really think about your boundaries, right? That's the lesson that came from it. But there's not a need for you to speak on it. It's time for you to speak on success, on new things, on the world or fresh starts. And you're getting a fresh start here. And why this is important is that you may be Ace of Cups and the Hermit, holding yourself back from opportunities you will love. I mean, opportunities that fill your heart up, because there's a sense of letting pain take you down, and so when something happens, what you're supposed to see about it is something about your boundaries, but what it does is make you hide, and I'm not saying cower or nothing like that, but put you in this isolation, this healing energy, and while it's great to heal, it's time to stop holding yourself back from others, because you miss opportunities that way. And that's they want you to feel hope, because the star is also in the Hermit, and so it's really too about changing the way you speak as well, speaking of opportunities and success instead of, don't speak anymore about what hurt you. It's not necessary. It just, you're supposed to take away, oh, well, okay, I'm drawing this line in the sand. I feel that. So how does this help you? Is the Devil and the Moon. I feel like really seeing things differently. The Devil can be attachment, right? To the way things turn out. The Moon is the unknown and fear. And so is the Devil on some, it's like, instead of seeing what could go wrong, with the Ten of Cups being here, see what can go right. Right? And I feel like, don't be confused anymore about what is toxic for you. It's time to be around people who show you love, who you share love with. Instead of waiting for something to change that may not change. Instead, start spending time around people that you love and people who love you. Wow. And this is going to really take you out of a period where I don't know what's going to happen next, or nothing good happens. There's a whole turnaround in your life when you start speaking about your desires. speaking from a success point of view, speaking from an open-hearted point of view, sharing your heart instead of hiding it. I love this for you. So your advice is the Hangman, the Page of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. Stop holding back. Stop holding back. Show the world who you are. Queen of Wands. You are unstoppable. You are confident. These situations were learning opportunities, but they shouldn't and didn't own you. Okay? You're more than your pain. So on the bottom is the Three of Wands, the Lovers. I can't show this card, y'all. They're naked. Okay, so the Lovers. And the Wheel of Fortune. Two of Wands. And the Knight of Cups. You're attracting a new partner. And it's kind of, it feels like this has been on hold. Not for you. The universe has been keeping it on hold until these things were done. Specifically when it comes to boundaries. This could be someone from a distance too. Someone from a distance who's been working on their finances. Wow. So you could be seeing that showing up in your life soon. Because we do have some things going on with Jupiter. This is a fated event. Sag. Wow. But being how it's under the deck, that's might be a little bit down the road. Might be Sag. But I feel like they're telling you they're bringing you someone. They're bringing you someone because of the work that you've done. So let's get some final words here. Some final words from the guides for Sagittarius. And I will tell you that I feel, from my experience, that boundaries in Sagittarius are a difficult thing because we don't like the idea of rules. We like everything to be free, right? And we tend to see it as rules. But remember, boundaries are for you. They're not for other people, and you really have to, I feel like it's also telling you to stand firm in your boundaries, So you can't just decide what your boundaries are and then give people a pass. No. And it's pain that's taught you that, and it's pain that's taught you, where to set your boundaries. Love it. Okay, Sagittarius. Messages for Sagittarius. Oh, strength. Oh my gosh, y'all. This comes out. I feel like we're going to be really rewarded this year. Strength comes from many sources. Staying strong brings confidence, conviction, and a balanced body, mind, and soul. Spirit has its own unique and beautiful way of replenishing your soul with strength on a continued basis. You're never really alone. We are always with you. So you're getting stronger. These things are making you strong. What don't kill you makes you stronger, right, Sag? New beginning. Okay. There's a new beginning coming. Believe that. Sag. Yeah, pay attention to the signs. Like I stated earlier, gardens and seeds, y'all. Give back. Today is the day to cast aside normal routines and make your main purpose to serve. It is about giving back without any thoughts or expectations of getting anything in return. So just asking you to show up for people, for the joy of showing up, because that is you, Sag. Be proud. It's time to celebrate all that you've achieved, all that you are, and all that you will become. Every once in a while, it's important to stop and acknowledge what you've achieved. Yes. I love this for you, Sagittarius. And that's what I have for you. I hope you have the most relaxing day ever. Toodles.